Hello and welcome back, Cricbakwaas. This is the lineup doctor here. Stats boy with
Hi,
us,
hi, lineup doctor. Oh, very disappointing way the game has gone so far because of the rain break.
as if the disappointing podcast wasn't enough. Previous segment to unforeseen circumstance. Apologies for
Uh,
that.
so will just be a waiting game now. We do have a reserve day, but I understand they are trying to finish the game. They will make sure they'll take all their steps to make sure they can try and finish the game today. And only if it's not possible, they'll move into the reserve day, is what we understand. So we had started losing overs by approximately 9 o'clock in IST.
I think yeah,
So
9 5 or 9 10 we started losing.
yep, correct. So I mean, we still have a lot of time. It might be a long night for us.
Let's just do the review of innings and what stood out from the both sides from 30.
Yeah. I think New Zealand were they lost Ken Williamson at a very wrong time, uh, but Ross Taylor has finally come to the party. He started slow. He was not able to time the balls properly. Wasn't able to find the gaps, but eventually that one over against Chahal gave him broke the shackles, and he was able to do
Yeah,
what
that
he usually does.
basically is get out of jail.
Yeah.
He was pretty disappointing almost the whole innings, and it was very cagey, and it was very unlike Ross Taylor. Ross Taylor, who could have made it his day, but nothing extraordinary after Jadeja's spell got over.
Yeah, but Kane Williamson's wicket was first class. I mean, that's something I was very impressed in today's field positions by Kohli. If you look at it, he had a shortest cover position fielder, which was exactly where Jadeja was when Williamson got out as well. And Kohli also briefly, when Bovey was bowling the first few overs, Kohli stood in that spot, which was not within the infield, but somewhere halfway from the pitch to the infield, an extra cover position. That was a good spot because he likes to cut the ball, and this on the aerial route will usually go towards the that fielder, and that's exactly how he got out as well. So that was an impressive field position, which is 100% why this wicket came through. That is something
Yeah,
I liked.
Kohli in ODIs is definitely way better than Kohli with RC. You can see like he was not holding back Bumrah's over for as soon as Nisham came in. This is the time to apply the pressure, and he brought him back before the 39th over. Usually we
Mhm.
might see him floating around the 40th over, but he brought back the 2 overs, and we still got the pressure wicket of outstanding over by
Hardik Pandya also something special mention. He was going through a injury phase, and when he was actually running through with pain, which was good to see from an Indian
Very,
bowler,
very
and
tough.
which will again come bring up the whole discussion about the sixth bowler, whether Dinesh Karthik should play or should we go back and look at someone like Kedar Jadhav. But that's for something which we will have to
That's for
discuss
something
if
if India go into next.
yeah, yeah.
Jinx
So
India.
that's a long way through still. Anyway, so
If
coming
you think if 6 overs of Hardik Pandya would have been washed out, what do you think India would have done?
I mean,
We would have had
we're, if we played five bowlers and then we had four wicket keepers, which leaves only two of them who are Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma has an injured finger. He's not bowling anymore. So it eventually had to be Virat Kohli, or we'll have our old buddy Dhoni coming in to bowl. So that was
oh,
how it
that
had to
we would have had.
eventually happen. Who
Yeah,
knows? We could have
that
had a 2008 repeat where Kohli could have come in and took Williamson's wicket, but those are what if.
only in fairy tales. Thankfully, we didn't deal with all that. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. And what do you think? The quick max segment. I think that's what I'm going to throw
actually,
it at.
but before we move on to that, there are some disappointments actually if you look into from both the ends. For one thing, New Zealand, Jimmy Neesham was pushed up the order, which was a good move, but he couldn't strike it immediately from the ball one, mainly because of the slow cutters that the Indian bowlers were using, which is also crucial in this wicket. So that is something that in a curtailed game or an elongated game, whatever is going to happen in eventually, whatever the umpire is going to decide on through will also be something that the Indian team will be wanting to look forward.
Yeah, there's
As far
something
as
about
India,
it. Actually, expected in the previous segment that we discussed how Nation could be key in doing the late onslaught. So I think
correct.
so. That's why Ross Taylor had to take over. I think he was to take over in the last 4 overs. I don't think we could have expected much from Latham in the following. It was Ross Taylor,
True.
and yeah, thankfully he got the Chahal over. Otherwise, it would have been very bad scenes for.
And India had a little bit of fielding worries later. Those two overthrows that happened during
Yeah, it's
Bumrah's
funny if
over
those
was.
3 runs would cost us the game in the end. It's a 20-over game.
Oh, but in any case, this curtailed game might actually cost us because next we'll go into the next portion to actually analyze how much the runs will be in at if the game is curtailed to like 46 overs or down to up to 20 overs, in which if you go eventually, if you look at it, this 2 runs extra wouldn't impact that much if it's going up to like in any cases it won't impact that much in any of the over or 46 over point, but the curtailment of the game itself could impact the win probability given the pitch and the conditions overcast.
I think if we get a game, the mildly disturbing aspect will be if it's a 41-over game or a 46-over game where Trent Bolt gets to bowl one extra over. That's something we don't.
But I'll just give some rough numbers. If it's a 46 over game, it's going to be 237 runs as the target. But if it's going to be a 40 over game, guess what? It's going to be 223 runs as target. So for 6 overs that are reduced, you have lost only 14 runs. If you look at the fact that you're going to face one 10 bowled extra over, New Zealand hasn't faced 2 overs of Bumrah and 2 overs of Bhuvi, or Bhuvi who is very good at the cutters and Bumrah who is very good at the Yorkers. So in any case, in 50 overs they couldn't have might not have reached 237. But that's some discussion that has always been happening. So we can never go to that. Oh, but what is worrying me is this fact that the more the game curtails, uh, India is going to be at the receiving end because a new ball, you're going to bowl with two new balls from both the ends. It's not going to change. You're going to bowl with two new balls. Who will